The largest single-day sporting event crowd in the state of Delaware is packing in to Dover Downs International Speedway in record numbers to see the Winston Cup stars battle it out on the Monster Mile. It's been a hot couple of weeks on the Winston Cup Tour, as Steve Evans shows us in this Havoline Race Series update.
Last week in Charlotte, Davey Allison's winning ways continued, while a war of words with Dale Earnhardt began heating up. Earnhardt accused NASCAR of playing favorites with Allison's Ford, but those weren't the only sparks flying on the racetrack. Lap 209, Alan Kawicki gets into the wall. Then, on lap 265, Terry Labonte makes contact with Bill Elliott, sending the Coors number 9 spinning into the infield grass. Great driving by Elliott to get things gathered up. On lap 385, Richard Petty, fighting for 7th place, hits the turn 4 wall. Richard was taken out on a stretcher, but was okay. Same could be said for the 43 car. Kenny Schrader would edge out Dale Earnhardt for 2nd place, and it was Davey Allison who led 264 out of the 400 laps, cruising to his first points win of the year. Dale Earnhardt continues to lead the Winston Cup points, followed by Ricky Rudd, Darrell Waltrip, Harry Gant, and Davey Allison rounding out the top 5.
Well, starting right beside of Davey Allison on the outside of the 6th row is Hut Strickland, who drives the car owned by Bobby Allison, obviously Davey's father. This team has been running great of late, and Hut Strickland, I'm sure that you're probably ready to take that first trip to victory lane.
Well, we really are, Glenn. You know, all the guys have really been working hard on the road bestest brakes, Tic-Tac Buick for me, and, you know, it's just been a good deal for me, you know, to get with a good group of guys like I got here. And, you know, our engine program has really come around a lot this year, and, you know, it seems like we got a lot of good success going for us right now.
Folks, this guy has been running great of late. Look for him to run up front all day today. Now let's go a little further up pit road to Brock Yates.
Well, Glenn, as you well know, NASCAR has been extremely concerned about pit safety for the last year or so, and they've made some major modifications here at Dover. First of all, they've widened pit lane about 4 feet. You can see that this pit wall has been moved back to give everybody a little bit extra room, about 43 feet on the pit lane, so it's still quite narrow. More importantly, though, they have set a speed limit here on pit lane, both coming in and going out of the pits at 40 miles an hour. Now, how are they going to do that? These race cars don't have speedometers. On the pace lap, the pace car will lead the cars down pit lane. Everybody is going to be down in 2nd gear. They'll watch the tachometers, about 4,500, 4,800 RPM in 2nd gear. That will be the speed. Everybody comes in and uses the pit. They got a radar gun up here to make sure everybody behaves. And I'll tell you what, Dick Beatty and the boys, they will make people behave. Right, Mike Joy?
You bet, Brock. Buddy, I'll bet you got a speeding ticket or 2 in your time, but I'll bet you never got one on a racetrack.
Well, I tell you, it's a real hard thing to go out and run as hard as you have to run here and then come in the pits and govern yourself to come in that slow. I mean, you fight for a quarter of a second, a tenth of a second, a thousandth of a second, and all of a sudden you're in trouble.
Here's Melvin Joseph, the board of directors, a member of the board of directors of Dover Downs. And as he does for every event here, gives the command that will fire off this field of Winston Cup stars. 35 drivers on the starting grid for this, one of the most difficult tracks on the circuit. Mike Waltrip, his first career pole position. The track is exactly 1 mile in length as measured by NASCAR. A traditional 4-turn oval. But look at the banking, not just 24 degrees on the turns like at Rockingham, but the straightaways are banked 9 degrees, both sides. It's a very symmetrical racetrack. But as we've seen this weekend, turns 1 and 2 seem to drive a little differently than 3 and 4.
Well, they really do, Mike. From what people have told me, there's cracks in the surface, and they put tar in the cracks to take up the space, and that's given people a lot of trouble.
Here's a look at the starting lineup with the 2 Pontiacs up there on the front row. We've heard from the front 4 as they line up. Mark Martin holds the absolute speed record at this racetrack. Ernie Irvin, who came within 4 laps of winning yesterday. More on that later on. There's the Intimidator Earnhardt back in the 5th row. The Alabama gang in row 6. Back in row 8, Kenny Wallace in for Kyle Petty. Bill Elliott, Darrell Waltrip. Look at the veterans back there in rows 9 and 10.
I really look for somebody to make a move out of those rows. 9 back to about 12. I think someone will make a move early in the race.
Derek Cope, defending winner of this race. Ted Musgrave, that's Tommy Ellis in the Flossie Johnson car, carrying 97. Marcus Hillen starting the Jimmy Means car, number 52, to keep him up in the driver points. Richard Petty qualified 31st. His son Kyle turns 31 today. And JD McDuffie, who's run all but one event. He failed to start only one of the 43 events here at Dover Downs. Richard Petty starts his 43rd race at Dover. He's the only driver to compete in every single one of them here. Warming the engines on pit road, and we're told the third time by will be the green flag. We talked to a number of drivers about how tough and demanding this racetrack is and how they like racing on the Monster Mile. Here are some of their comments.
What Dover really means to me is being able to drive like an animal and not have to worry about it. You know, you don't have to save anything here. I can drive as hard as my heart desires and not have to worry about wrecking the car.
Well, I tell you, this is the racetrack that puts a lot of centrifugal force against our bodies, and the biggest thing here is holding your head up all day, and we build neck supports and things like that that we can rest our head against during the race, and that's usually the toughest.
Well, one thing you feel when you go out on it's just black. You know, it's high banked, and you go down in a corner and you just see all kinds. You think there's a lot of room, but really there's not. You know, they've put a lot of sealer on this track. There's a lot of road maps up high on the racetrack.
I don't know. It's a tough place to race. Everybody sort of gets intimidated by it, but I get pretty pumped up for it. I enjoy racing here and look forward to it.
I love Dover Downs Speedway. It's suited to my style of driving. You got to drive your car hard all day, and 500 miles, you got to get your car working so you can drive it hard in the corner. If you can do that all day, you'll be at the end.
Well, the quickest way I know to tell you is find the biggest roller coaster in the world and ride it for 4.5 hours, and that pretty well explains it.
And that's what they'll do today. We'll be back for the start of the Budweiser 500 right after these messages.